Pepper Grinder has some of the most satisfying movement of any game I've ever played. You gain this drill, which you can use to drill through the softer ground. As soon as you leave said ground, you get a little speed boost to jump over pits and enemies. You might have to dodge spikes or traps and such, or perhaps solve a few puzzles. Either way, it's a really cool mechanic and I love how it feels to control or defeat enemies by drilling through their assholes after leaving the ground. One of the enemies is the Bidybud from Mario. The variety in terrain to drill through is pretty neat as well. Like, you have the soft ground from earlier, but you also have the evil Warthog, which drags you down into the pits of hell. That's okay, we don't mind that since we have our famous drill, remember? So we just go wee, woo, and such, and now we're up there. There's other terrain as well, with each its own iconic special little gimmick. The grinder is also used to stick inside of holes so that you can, for example, raise platforms or hold keys. It's really creative how they keep using the same mechanic in so many unique ways. Keeps it fresh and all that, you know? I like the big guy that you see roaming around as well. He's grand. You even get to visit him and see what's inside. Turns out his brain is comically small though, but he has a lot of love in his heart, so it's fine. No, but that's like one of the things as well, right? This game has personality, dude, with goofy little characters and whatnot, like the enemies or the shop moles. Yeah. The shop moles. Every level has like 6 or 7 coins, I forgot, and after collecting them, you can spend those in the mole shop ran by this mole named Null or Globus or something, I think. You can get new hair colors or stickers and useless pictures, which I find really funny, so I appreciate that. One small thing I didn't like about the shop is buying extra health, except you don't get to keep it after you die. Use streaming platforms and or game company mole. I want to own the things that I spend money on, but that's okay, we don't mind that. Except, oh god, there's some sort of raccoon beating my ass. We do mind this. I would prefer more health. Speaking of bosses, I love them. They're super fun, except for the very first one, which can suck my teeth. I'm generally not a fan of waiting 5 minutes until the attack window opens type bosses. I just want to hit, you know, dodge the attack, and hit when I see the opportunity. After you defeat the Fat Controller, it's time for World 2, which means new gimmick introduction. Ooh, you thought it was just grinding pepper and Pepper Grinder, didn't you? No. They make you spin around in circles, which is bad freaking ass on its own, dude, but combined with the drill, ooh boy, you go from the thing to the other thing, and then straight to the thing again. Oh hey, it's piss-colored Bidybuds. Each world teaches a new gimmick to make the movement even more satisfying. It's impressive how well all the mechanics flow, you know, like, you just keep going. They promise grinding, but here we are, shooting goblins, DuckTales, pogo jumping, and operating mechs that destroy entire villages. The second boss is definitely my favorite, because it's like if the fourth chorus from Silksong was an actual challenge. That has nothing to do with what I just said, but speaking of bosses, my favorite boss has to be the last boss fight, which I can't show you because spoilers, and I want you to play this for yourself. Oh, and the music, it's so good as well. You go from Amen Break to mystical and ethereal to jazzy jazzness. That's not a word, but this game makes that a word. I don't know if all the music is made by this person, but at least a good chunk of it is made by Xisi? They did an incredible job despite having a name that's impossible to pronounce, because I couldn't pronounce it personally, and I decide the pronounceability status of things. But the music really flows with the smoothness of the game, which is something I really appreciate. Music has a bigger impact on the mood of your project than you think, and if the music doesn't fit, the whole thing falls apart. The sound effects make this game feel more satisfying too. Whenever you drill into the terrain, it goes like or something, and I really like that. Sometimes there's like a car or a bus in the game, and you operate the vehicle, which is cool, or you just kind of stand on top of the vehicle killing people, which is funny. As I said, this game is more than just grinding through terrain. You take control of so many wacky gizmos and gadgets. I love this game. A few flaws, like not keeping the health you buy, which I personally find annoying, but overall, this is an extraordinary indie title, and I highly recommend you check it out. I didn't see Pepper though, or any spices for that matter, so this game is horrible. Pepper Grinder has some of the most Samus?